I never see African teams coming in terms of global football when it comes to women football. But on the continent, we know who the champion is. And so the champion will be looking for, what do they call it? Mission X, Mission Go Win 10, Mission La Decima. All right, so we also share about the Wimbledon going on in London, XW19. They call it. One game I was trying to catch up with last night. It happened, 2 sets played, and then bad light between the French player and the German player. I'll tell you those 2 players on the show. But of course, take a look at all the games as they went down yesterday, talking about XW19. But I'd like us to start first from the BBC because the package this morning, I would like to react to a few things that Molly Stevens will be talking about on the show. Chelsea Football Club. As a Chelsea fan, have you been counting the number of attackers that your club have signed in the last, say, 2-3 years now? Okay. And have you been looking at the budget? You've been looking at how much they paid. And you begin to say to yourself, so the Champions League, the La Liga, the Champions League, the league, the cup games and all. Okay. That he also involved in the Club World Cup, where Pedro joined there yesterday in the US and is entitled to play the game later in the Club World Cup quarterfinal. So Chelsea will be saying, he can. He's been to start to play. So at the point in time, you might find him play because there's a question mark around Nicolas Jackson's attitude and his performance and all that. They signed Leon Delap for 30 million British pounds from Ipswich. So it's about getting the players in. So how many have you signed? Molly Stevens, help us with that and more in terms of who's coming into the Premier League and who's going out of the Premier League and those who are also signing a new deal. So Molly Stevens, take it from here.
BBC Premier League update from the home of Premier League football.
Hello, I'm Molly Stevens at the BBC Sports Centre. João Pedro has become the 18th forward to sign for Chelsea in just over 3 years under their current owners. He joins from Brighton in a deal worth £60 million, taking their total spending on attackers in that period to £560 million, and the spending is set to rise. Chelsea have had a £55 million bid for the English winger Jamie Gittins accepted by Borussia Dortmund. So why are they signing so many forwards? The BBC's Nizar Kinsella can tell us more.
A lot of people ask, what is the strategy here with Pedro, with these players? And I do think that Chelsea want to have 8 to 9 players in attack for the next season with the return to Champions League football. Don't forget Sancho and Mudryk are out as well. Sancho has rejoined Manchester United and Mykhailo Mudryk is provisionally suspended for a failed drugs test. And beyond that, we could see a couple of youngsters going on loan as well. But that's Chelsea's attack. They want to have strength in depth, a much stronger attack than last season, considering they were in the Conference League and now Champions League. And there is a bit of a question mark still on the future of Nicolas Jackson and Madueke. So could we see those leaving now? They've signed so many players. At least one of those could potentially leave if the right offer arrives.
Liverpool have confirmed the transfer of defender Jarell Quansah to Bayer Leverkusen for a fee of £35 million. Meanwhile, the Premier League champions have rejected a formal approach from Bayern Munich for their forward Luis Diaz, whilst the former Netherlands international Giovanni van Bronckhorst will be joining the club as an assistant coach to manager Arne Slot. And finally, Everton defender Jared Branthwaite has signed a new 5-year deal with the club. For more football news from the BBC, go to bbc.com/football.
BBC Premier League update from the home of Premier League football.
All right, so there you have it. Thank you so much, Molly Stevens, for that. You just had that talk about Chelsea, the number of players in 3 years, the amount they've paid. Okay, so let me leave it at that because of my time. I don't want to dwell more on that. So maybe we're going to see more for Chelsea or player exits now that you have a few that have joined them in this window. Maybe they'll not be looking at a few leaving. She mentioned Jackson, mentioned Noni, Madueke. Maybe those two will leave. Don't forget, Sancho is not coming back. He left after his loan spell at the London side. So still staying with some football news. This time, let's head straight to WAFCON. Let's head to Casablanca in Morocco. Casablanca and Rabat. Okay, so where is the capital now? Okay, what's her name? Somebody just left, so that would have been some smart kid question there. All right, so let's talk about the WAFCON, where the Super Falcons are preparing for Operation X. Starts this weekend. WAFCON. All right, so but the opening game will be the host Morocco against third place the last time out in the WAFCON, Zambia. That should be a good one to start with. 9 p.m. on Friday. That will be the time for the game, and then our girls will be up in that game all the weekend. So we should talk about this when we come in the afternoon. But take a listen to Justin Maduagu, the head coach of Super Falcons, trying to put things into perspective. Justin.
Yes, like I said, we thank Nigerians for their consistent support for the Super Falcons. They have always expressed a lot of confidence in the team, and they have given their fullest support to the team in any way possible. We wish that that continues, and we on our part are doing our best to make sure that that confidence reposed in the team is sustained, and we'll try as much as possible to meet up with their expectations. Let them just continue to trust and support the team, pray for the team, and wish the team well. Thank you.
Okay, thank you too. Support, pray for the team. That's what he's urging us to do. We have a lot to pray for. As Nigerians, we have a lot to do. And so when it comes to football also, we've been told to pray. When it comes to politics, we're told to pray. When it comes to governance, we're told to pray. All right, so keep doing that. So let's talk about some other things on the show this morning. Let's straight to XW19 and then we'll wrap up the show with some European women football. I know you want to say Club World Cup. Okay, so let's talk about XW19 in a bit. Men's singles, Heisel went down yesterday. Francis Tifoy thought it was good. We played against the homeboy. You know, the crowd will definitely support the homeboy. And Kemnori came back from a set down to beat American Francis Tifoy in 3-1, 4-6, 6-4, 6-3, 7-5. And other games also that went down yesterday. World number 2 was on court. I'm talking about Carlos Alcaraz against another homeboy, and you expect the home fans to support Olivia Tavet. It never happened. The boy who plays tennis in the US for his school was kind of have his way when he qualified and then won his first round of game and then knew that he would be playing against defending champion Carlos Alcaraz. We were pretty, not too bad performance. He lost in 3 straight sets, 6-1, 6-4, 6-4 to Carlos Alcaraz. And also, Andrei Rublev was good on court. Ķičev also got his game done and dusted. And then the game that also wrap up the night was Stella Freeze beating Gabriel Diallo in a 5-set one. That game ended 3-6, 6-3, 7-6, 4-6, 6-3 in favor of the American. And one game that didn't end yesterday, we continued to that. I was talking about the game between Felix Auger-Aliassime up against Lorenz Struff of Germany. That game was 1 set apiece before they were told to cancel it because of bad light. And so later today, we'll have those games continue. And of course, we'll wait to see again to win that one. So about 4 games in the men's singles were put on hold yesterday. They will get that game up later today with the other games scheduled for today, XW19. When we come in the afternoon, we should talk about that game and, of course, result of games. Jumping over straight to the women's singles games, Madison Keys Owens again is here. Laura Sigmund defeated Lala Fernandez of Canada, in 2 straight sets. And, of course, world number 1 top seed Agnes Sabalenka won a game against Maria Buzkova in 2 straight sets also. Come on, give me more names coming up right in front of me. I can also see Naomi Osaka got a game done and dusted, and home girl Emira Raducanu also was good. Wrapping up, the win was Elena Vitolina and Anastasia Pavlyuchenkova of Russia. Get my tongue twisted this morning. All right, so let's move on from that and let's talk some boxing and heavyweight boxing now. Former world heavyweight champion Tyson Fury will come out of retirement in 2026 to do what? To fight. Saudi boxing power broker Turki Al-Hashki appeared to claim on Wednesday. Fury retired from boxing in January after losing a title fight rematch with Alexander Usyk by unanimous decision the previous month. Gay speaking will be back, he said on X, formerly Twitter. Okay, we're watching. We'll wait to see if that will be the case. Let's talk about how it's all going down, talking about the Women's Championship. It's football now to wrap up the show in a bit. And of course, we saw 2 games yesterday to open this year's European Women's Championship in Group A. Iceland lost to Finland by a goal to 0. And of course, Norway came from a goal down to beat the host, Switzerland, by 2-1. All right, so that will be it from my end this morning on the show. We're coming again 3:30, and when we come, we should have more to tell you by 3:30. All these headlines, maybe bigger ones, come and reload them when we come, and that will be Scoreboard Reloaded. I am Peter Omo, and coming up on the hour will be my colleagues, my friends that will be here for Baba Vendor, and that will be for 1 hour 30 minutes. You go nowhere. All you need to know, the political gladiators, they are coming up, you see, they're ganging up, or they're putting heads together, they're forming coalition, all of that you'll hear when they come from 8 to 9:30. All the headlines from the dailies. You don't have to go to any Baba Vendor stand to go check those things, because these guys here will help you and of course make sense from some of those headlines. I am Peter Omo, one more time.